Hello, my name is Dwayne Ackerman. Today we'll be covering three topics: confidence, motivation, and leadership. These three topics are important to have when you are in a group. Without confidence, you may second guess yourself in judgment. Without motivation, your work or project could be lacking and missing 100% fulfillment. Without leadership, you may lose sight of the common goal and miss your mark. Right now, we're going to start off with confidence. The definition of confidence is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. Having confidence in a group can be a powerful tool. A group with confidence will be able to achieve the common goal with less obstacles than without. In this segment, I will be applying specific strategies to help enhance communication confidence of the group members. Starting with the first strategy, communication apprehension. Communication apprehension is defined as the fear or anxiety associated with either real or anticipated communication with another person or persons. This fear includes more than just speaking in public. It also relates to speaking in conferences, meetings, or group settings. Those with this anxiety will avoid groups altogether, or if they must be there, will sit quietly. I have a question. How do you get anxious members to break the ice? Well, here's the answer. Open the group meeting by going around and introducing yourselves. Second strategy is reducing communication apprehension. Know that you're not alone. When you listen to other persons talk, don't assume that it is easy for them. Most of them have or had at one point fear of speaking in front of people. Be well prepared. Take time to prepare and practice participating in group discussions or meetings. Having great knowledge on the topic allows you to have more confidence when speaking. Learn communication skills. If there is a sport you want to get good at, your practice working on the skills of the game. The same goes with communicating. Practicing specific speaking skills allows you to get better at group communication. The more you participate in group discussions, the less anxiety you will feel. Practice, practice, practice. Lastly, relax physically. With apprehension comes tension. You may start to feel your heart racing, a drip of sweat off your brow, clammy hands. This is a natural response. So as to reduce your tension, take a deep breath, relax your body. Breathe in slowly through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do these 3 or 4 times. Here's another question. What does physical relaxation look like? Here's a demonstration. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. A long, slow, deep breath. You kind of shake it off, relax, loosen up. The other point is think positively. As you come prepared, come in with a positive attitude. Tell yourself that what you are doing is important for the group. This is called collective restructuring. This is the technique for reducing communication apprehension that analyzes irrational beliefs about speaking to others and seek to modify those thoughts. Tell yourself that you are prepared. Come in with a smile, and most of all, be happy. Visualize success. Walk into the group with a smile. This encourages positive thinking. You need to be physically relaxed. Imagine yourself succeeding. Before you engage in your conversations, picture yourself busting down the barriers that keep you from being confident. Last strategy is helping apprehensive members. For those who have little to zero anxiety from speaking in front of people, this is a good time to step up and become a mentor or a leader, which we will discuss a little bit later. Become a mentor. Here are 3 strategies to become supportive and help those who suffer from communication apprehension. First one, provide support and constructive feedback. Discuss your feelings in a positive manner. A group works well together with positive cohesion. Encourage and include anxious members. Having patience and understanding with anxious members is paramount. Some may not have the experience that you do. Encourage anxious members to speak up and include some input. Here's a question. When you encourage and include anxious members, a great example is if they were to contribute with an answer to a question but hesitate to answer. Last strategy point here is stop talking. The best thing that group members can do is to stop talking. Sit back and allow those anxious members to speak up. Give them a chance to be heard. Moving on to our next point, motivation. To be motivated means that you have to have the drive to move forward to achieve the common goal. We will be discussing 4 categories of motivators, but first we will differentiate between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is the incentive that comes from somebody willing to push you with a reward or benefit. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. When you've done a great job, you take great pride in what you've done. So here's another question. Who would be a great motivator? Your leader, of course. So our first category, a sense of meaning. Make sure your team has a clear goal in mind. Make sure your team has the feeling that the job is worth doing and are capable of getting it done. Make sure, or the next category is a sense of choice. This is the feeling that the group has the power and ability to make decisions and how to organize and do its job. Allow and encourage group members to make decisions on how tasks are accomplished. Third category, sense of competence. This is the shared feeling that the group is doing excellent. When a group knows that they are doing a great job, they become completely immersed in their project. But this also comes by providing constructive feedback. A group is only as good as their leader. Fourth category is a sense of progress. This is the shared feeling that the group is accomplishing something. Throughout the project, your group needs to know how they are doing. If they are doing great, you tell them to keep up the good work. If they are not working up to the task, this also needs to be addressed. Good or bad, your team needs to know how they're doing. Now that brings us to our last point here, leadership. Leadership is defined as having the ability to make strategic decisions and use communication effectively to mobilize group members toward achieving the common goal. Being a leader is a unique quality. There's always a potential for power grab. Here, we must act as mentors, not dictators. So here's a question. Why do people look up to their leaders? Because they're experts and have the tools and knowledge to answer your questions. So, becoming a leader. Leaders in a group can be designated by group members themselves or appointed by your superiors. So designated leaders, whether you have been chosen by your group or your boss, you have been put in a great position. It is up to you to keep balance and motivation and confidence within your team. All right, another point is emergent leaders. This is defined as a person who gradually achieves leadership by interacting with the group members and contributing to the achievement of the group's goals. Next point is strategies for becoming a leader. There is nothing guaranteeing that you will become a successful leader. There are some strategies here that will improve your chances. There's 3 of them. Here's the first one. Talk early and often. As a leader, your contribution is key. Keep your members up to date with any changes of plans or strategies. Let them know their progress, but don't interrupt too often. Next key, know more than others. Often leaders are chosen because they have experience and are seen as experts. Effective leaders know more about the project than the group members do, but also value their team members' contributions. Last point, express your opinion. A good leader will help your group solve problems. Be careful when discussing differences with other group members. Don't be a bully. Be fair and open. Your success will depend on how you handle the situation. So there we are. Confidence, motivation, leadership.